Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. I'm Jennings Bernard, your host. As always, we appreciate you tuning in and being a part of Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. We want you to tell your friend to tell their friend to tune in to Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. You know what we do here. We talk business, legal, social, whatever affects you in this community, we will talk about it. You know, most of all, we talk politics because politics is everything, and everything is politics. It affects you, your family, your livelihood. All of that affects you by the leadership that you have in this community. And I just want you to remember that when you say, hey, there's no reason for me to vote, and I would disagree with you 100%. It is a reason for you to vote. We got a lot of people with a lot of opinions about Memphis, Tennessee. And don't get mad because you are a citizen of Memphis and your leadership got the world looking at you and saying basically Memphis is trash. If you can argue with that and you have a valid point, that's one thing. But you cannot argue with the truth. Poor leadership, potholes everywhere. North, South Memphis look like some war zone, but yet they want to convince you that they're doing the right thing. They convince you, they swear, lie, and make promises that they can't keep and won't keep because you're not that important. The only important thing about the leadership we got in this community is them and their cronyism and their favoritism, their nepotism. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. But you have a chance to change all of the dynamics that are going on in this city that have been going on for too long. And I say to you, when I say tell the truth and shame the devil, I promise you that's what I'm going to do. I promise you that's what I'm going to keep doing because you matter to me, whether you believe it or not, or whether the cronyism would tell you, well, Jennings Bernard is just talking, Jennings Bernard don't care nothing about you. I care about you because I see you. I get calls from you that you want me to look into something when your representative don't care enough to look in it for you. So it's obvious I care about you. And many of you know I do because you're calling me. You're giving me information that I otherwise wouldn't have, but you're giving me the information. Why are you giving it to me? Because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of what we have in the city of Memphis. And I want to make a note to Brother Dockery, who sent me a ballot, want to use my platform for his platform for him to make money. He want to extend to the people who is on his ballot that, hey, I can get on Jennings Bernard's show because I'm a friend of him. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to tag him. It's going to go to his place. And therefore, he and his listeners can see my ballot. Well, you know, today and yesterday, I was deleting people who were doing just that. Brother Dockery today put his ballot out on my Facebook page. Some of you may have saw it before I looked at it and recognized what he was doing. So I deleted him, I blocked him, and I blocked anybody who sent a ballot with these knuckleheads that's on them, and most of them, but not all of them, are individuals who've been in politics, probably on their second term and haven't done a darn thing on their first term. But they want to take it and use this opportunity of my platform that you created along with me for me to be able to come and talk to you over 90 some thousand people in a month's time. Started out with 45, 50, we up to now 90 some people that listening to us over a period of a month. And at the end, I get the tally from Facebook as it relates to how many people have listened to this platform. So you created this platform. When you subscribe, when you hit like, and when you share it on your page, you created this. This is our program. And I promise you, I will never let anyone take advantage of your program that you helped me to create and put people on here that you will look at to and know that I'm going to speak truth to power. I'm going to tell you what it is and what it's not. I'm going to do that because I made a promise to you that if you would subscribe, if you would like, if you would share this program with your friends, hey, I will be true to you. And that's why I got rid of several friends that have been friends with me for a long time on this program. But you violated my trust as it relates to the trust that I put out there and told you that's something I wouldn't allow. And I wouldn't allow if I don't have a ballot. But I would tell you who I think that came on this program and is worthy of your vote. You heard what they had to say from the sheriff, Reginald Hubbard, from Shalandra Ford, who they're trying to destroy her opportunity to come back on the program and come back in that office and make a difference for you and with you. But don't be fooled. Don't be hookwinked. Don't be ran amok as it relates to them doing what they do. Now, how dare anyone that will send a ballot to this program leave it out there? Some ballots I may have caught, some I didn't, but I caught maybe 4 or 5 in the last few days that are pushing. Why are they doing that? Because April 15th is next week. They want to put it in your head. And I'm going to be monitoring my program at least 2, 3 times a day. I'm going to be monitoring my page. And if you put a ballot on this page, we can been friends ever since I've been on Facebook. But I'm going to delete you. And I got a list of people that want to take your place. But if you want to know what's going on this program, don't put a ballot that you probably got paid for, or it probably was your friend that you said, I'm going to get you some exposure on this ballot. And my Lord, when I looked at the ballot, I'm not going to post it, but there are some people on that ballot that's not worth what the little bird left on the limb, not worth the salt that goes into their bread, but it's a game that's being played, and I no longer will accept the abuse of these so-called leaders and these individuals that are more deadly than the leaders. Those who call themselves community activists that's got ballot. And I told you before, I know for a fact they're making money off of the candidates based on the fact that, hey, we can get you some exposure. The exposure should have come by your way of community service, by your way of being in the community, doing the things that need to be done, talking to our children, explaining to our children that there's only 2 ways and 2 things will happen to you if you continue on this path, and that will be death and the jailhouse. I have witnessed both as law enforcement officers in this community. For over 50 years, I've been preaching, teaching, and telling the young people what they need to do. And when I see representatives that will tell you we need things passed by way of laws that detrimental not only to the adults, to the young adults, and to the children, but then they think that you are sleeping like Rip Van Winkle through a revolution. You are sleeping, and they can pass these things because you're not paying attention. And I say to you, as a friend, as an individual who really care about you again, that I'm not going to let it happen on my watch and not on this platform. So to Brother Dockery, to Winbush, who are all pushing lies and these narratives, brother, it's going to catch up with you sooner or later. And it may be sooner because when you put lies out to attack someone because someone else told you to do it, you could end up in a lawsuit. and understanding. And that's why I take pride in saying I'm going to research before I say anything about anybody. It's going to be one or two things. I'm going to research it, know it, but then it's going to be my opinion. Why my opinion? Because I did the research. I got the truth as it relates to any individual that I tell you about. And I tell you, don't be surprised that from the audit and other things that are occurring in this city, don't be surprised that the people you voted for, the people that you trusted, the people that lied to you, really lied to you, because that forensic audit is going to tell you more than that 1%. It's going to tell you more and more as they go farther into this forensic audit and other things, and things outside of the forensic audit that may be occurring, because you never know. Every so many years, it's a sweep that come through the politicians that are in Memphis, Tennessee. Every so many years, it's happened. You think back 5, 10 years ago, it was a sweep. It's been about 5, 10 years. It may be another sweep. Because if you are an elected official and you out there doing things that are wrong, greed has gotten you, because you look up and see all of this money that you're passing out to other people, and your sick, weak mentality of a mind tell you, hey, I'm passing out all this money to the county and the county business. Well, I might always get me a little bit. Wrong. That's what they want you to do. They throw the hook out there, they throw the line, and you just like a fish. You'll bite it because you're saying, these are millions of dollars we're giving to nonprofits. These are millions of dollars that we're giving to businesses, but we're not getting anything. I need some. And that's when that devil talks to you. And that's when you get caught up, tangled up, tied up in the misnomer of the devil telling you that you need to be greedy. And when he tells you you need to be greedy, it's about that 5 or 10 years, or maybe the first 4 years, you may do the right thing, but then you get reelected and you realize that you're on your way out the door, and you just approved something to an organization, and my paycheck, that's what you say to yourself, it's not enough. I want a little bit more. And then you go on and do it. Let me tell you something else you're doing. You're putting unqualified people in position to be set for the rest of their life. Let's say this. Look at this. A county commission don't know anything, about being a clerk. Well, he's been there two, or she been there 2 terms. Then she run for another position. Now the county government, if nothing has changed, you can be vested in 7 years. So hell, they did 2 terms, 2 4-year terms. So that's 8 years. They already got vested. So now they go into the big picture. Well, the county commission position. Well, let's go bigger. Already vested. So let me run for a clerk's office. So they run for a clerk's office. They already invested. Then they get the clerk's office. They stay there for 4 more years. Okay, they got 16 years invested. And while they invested in the 16 years, then the last 3 years of their paycheck, they turn around and get invested as a clerk. So what have they done in 16 years? Because your lack of knowledge, you have put them in a position that they're set for life. The same thing with Floyd Bunner. You done set him up for life. He has been in the sheriff's department, worked through the ranks, became the sheriff. Now he's making over $200,000. He's vested. When he stepped down, he's gonna be set for life for over 100 some thousand dollars as being the sheriff, but leaving with 30 or 40 years. You did that. You took your tax dollars and gave it to an unqualified individual in the sheriff office because you was excited. Oh, guess what? We're gonna elect the first black sheriff. That ain't what the little bird left on the limb. Because when you get unqualified people who are beating the system, and the system is you, it's a sad system because you're not paying attention to this system. So they are beating you and living a good life off of your dime, my dime, because we were not informed as to what's happening. So I'm saying to you, I'm breaking it down today. Any elected official that do 2 terms, whether he be county commission, whether he be the mayor, he's vested. Okay, and when he's vested, that means he can get a retirement. Now, when you put him in another position, which is a higher income than a county commissioner, now he's in a position that he's going to get a higher retirement. How is he going to get that? Because of a bigger paycheck, as I said before. And the last 3 years of that paycheck is going to be higher, and he's living off of you. She's living off of you. Why do you think these politicians just won't accept one role and say, guess what? I was a school board member. I was there for 4 years, and I'm glad. I was there for 8 years. I'm glad. But no, they said, wait a minute. Okay, I'm vested in accounting now. Let me move to another position. Okay? Take Heidi Kuhn for example. Unqualified individual, in my opinion. Uh, don't know, you know what, from a hole in the ground. Done messed up the criminal court clerk's office. Done lied to you that she done expunged 10,000 people. She's saying on her commercial, oh, we get all of them. We expunged 10,000, and you believe that. So now she's been in the county government for many years, from the sheriff's department to the county, and now she's trying to become the county mayor. She's going to have a good retirement because in the last 8 years that she was in that office, she got that high paycheck. So she got a high, but she's not just satisfied with that. She wanted to be higher. Now she's running for the county mayor. And if she get to that office, like Lee Harris and others have done, who have been the county mayors, who have been in city mayor and had that and moved up to that paycheck. Now she's going from the clerk's office, which is terrible. And if she did the county mayor's office, if she got it, the county would be in worse shape than it is now because you can go back at her history from the sheriff's department where she didn't do anything worth it. She was over planning. Then she left there and got elected to the criminal court clerk's office. And now she wants to be your mayor. It's all about your dime and living a better life off of you and your dime, your taxpayers' dollar. That's what the politicians do. And we as citizens, at some point, ladies and gentlemen, we got to say enough is enough. They are milking you for every dime that they can get. And you sit down and ask them, what have you done for me lately? They couldn't tell you what they have done for you lately because they're not in the position to do anything, because they have no power. When it comes to Nashville, they have no power. When it comes to the city, greed limited them to any power. The same with the county commission. Don't you think for a minute, some may not, I won't say 100%, but there's a lot of people that wouldn't take a drug test for you. Why? Because they want to see legalization of marijuana. Not because of people who need it. It's because they want it to be freely and open. They're creating a monster of a door to open up for our children, for adults, as well as young adults. See, dope don't play with you. Dope hook you. Dope want to control you. And the people who pushing the agenda are benefiting from that. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen, and understand what is happening to you. And you have folks who will lie to you, like Windbush, like Dockery pushing his agenda onto my page. At some point, you have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You can't play me. I love you as a citizen of Memphis. I'm going to try to help you as a citizen of Memphis, but don't play with me. Not with something that we, as Jennings Bernard and a citizen, have created. And you trying to make money off of what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wake up. Let's be smarter than we are we were yesterday. And I do believe, and I put that out there. If you woke up this morning, God has blessed you to be smarter than you were yesterday. And if you still stuck on stupid, you still allowing people to misuse you, abuse you, then you're not smart at all. You stuck on that thing called stupid. It's in the gear. You're trying to put it in drive. You can't put it in reverse. You just stuck on it because you did not educate yourself. You've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled by these crooks. Everyone that put a ballot in your hand or pushing a ballot is a crook. They got an agenda, whether it's financial, whether it's powerful, so whether it's notarism, that they want to be noticed by the people in power. Oh, I did this for you. I put it out here. I put it there. Got your name out there. Remember me when you get there. Everybody has an agenda, and not every agenda is for you. It's mostly for them. When will we decide that no longer are we going to accept the thing that we have been accepting for over 50 some years? That so-called leaders been playing with you. So-called leaders get in the office and lead deficits, and the new leadership come in and will not address your loss of your money, your tax dollars. Where did it go? You look at the Transit Authority. 3 administrations over there have misappropriated money, went on spa trip, flew first class, used the credit cards, and nothing happened to them. Is somebody covering up for them? I would say yes. See, right now, if you and I had did anything as administrators as it relates to the Transit Authority, you would be indicted and you would be locked up. I'm not saying that that may not be coming. It takes time sometimes to work on it and put you in that position where you need to be, and that's jail for stealing the taxpayers' money. See, I get upset. Yes, I do. When you took my money, my tax money, whether it be on property taxes, red light taxes for running, and then they want to create a new tax to tax you for potholes where you already being taxed, to pay for the potholes. But now they say, hey, let's legalize marijuana, and that will take that taxes, and we gonna put that on highways, and you already paying tax for highways and roads. It's just another way of the falsehood that they are perpetrating on you, and you sit here and don't think about it at all. And therefore, they're working on you now. They're already calling you, they're already playing with you, they're already telling you what you need to do. I say to you and that school board, if we do not wipe that school board clean, I don't care how many times McKissick get on the school board and try to uh, elaborate about this and the 1%. She's no better than a crook herself, in my opinion. To put that lie out there that a 1% is not important, but it's important to you if that 1% come out of your pocket, which it is. See, people will tell you you don't matter, and they will lie to you and tell you your tax dollars is not enough to even consider. If you take 1 penny from me, it matters. Because my money goes to help to run this city. And we know that the city is not being ran. They are just manipulating and taking at will whatever they want from you. but you have the power to stop it. You have the power to clear the school board. You have the power in the upcoming election to get rid of the county commission, as well as now and in other elections. You have the power to get rid of the city council. And you really need to get rid of them. They all voted for the AI computer that's going to kill people in years to come based on what I believe to be radiation or whatever is coming from those turbines. You're going to put almost 30 turbines in there and don't think anything negative going to come from it, and you are a leader that sit back and okay that, you are the one that's killing the citizens. When you vote that way to put something that will be sooner or later detrimental to the people that you're supposed to represent. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to stop this madness in Memphis and stop trying to check people like LeBron James, like KD, all basketball players who come here and saw their experience and they want to talk about it, and then you want to talk about, we got a great city. I don't deny that. I've loved this city. I've been in this city for 73 years. Last when I was in the military. I've been in this city. I cray about this city all the time. But then it is not the city's fault. It is the people that you elect to run this city. And when you don't care about the people of the city, then you don't care about the city. And then the LeBron James, then the KD, and other basketball players, not just LeBron James and KD. There are basketball players who have been out of the basketball arena for years that say, yeah, we remember when we used to go to Memphis and it wasn't top notch. But then now they're saying, guess what? They need to move the Grizzlies to Nashville. Man, you got Speedway there, you got the Grand Ole Opry, you got the football team, the Titans are there, you got all kind of food and things, and now Elon Musk is building a super highway he's going to construct underground. Nashville is growing while Memphis is standing still, and you wonder why they are taking the money from you. You gave them the rope and you unhung yourself. And now you want to lie to the people, the elected official. Oh, they're doing it wrong. They want the money. Well, if they want the money, you taking the money. And the forensic audit showed that. Say it's dangerously being misappropriated. But you want to share that BS. And you want to fool the people. But this is the time. And I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to be here 30 minutes and I'm almost there because it's Friday. I love the city, but I love my wife more. So I'm going to do something. We've been out uh, to dinner yesterday, and we may go to dinner again tonight. That's love, and that's the way you're supposed to love your city. You're supposed to do unto others, you will have them to do unto you. But you have people that are doing unto you, and they're not doing unto others. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jennings Bernard, and I'm here to tell you the truth and shame these devils. But it's up to you now to get up on April 15th. I'll be there when they open the doors. I'll be talking from you in the line when I'm getting ready to walk in. I will show you that people run up to me with ballots and they know not to give them to me because I've done my homework. The minute you reach out and take that ballot, they got paid for suckering you into taking that ballot. When you take that ballot, you ought to hold your head down because you can't hold your head up because you didn't do your homework. And you're depending on a ballot to make a most important decision that God has given you and our ancestors who fought for you to have that right to vote. But you just gave it away when you put your hand on that ballot. They know not to come with me with a ballot. They just say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, Mr. Bernard. And I walk in and I make my choices. I want you to get there. I want you to shut down these political pimps that are pimping you with these ballots. They are getting paid and you're getting nothing. You're no more than a political whore, that they are political pimps that's pimping you politically as a whore. Because guess what? You out there making the money for them and they giving you nothing but crumbs that fall from the table. Don't sell yourself short as a political whore by these political so-called community leaders pimp. They are pimping you, and I stand by that. And I will say it to high heaven that these folks are taking advantage of you. And when will you step up to the plate and say, I'm not going to play your game. I'm not going to be your political whore. And you're not going to be my political pimp. I'm Jennings Bernard. You've been listening to Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. I really do appreciate you tuning in, and as always, subscribe to this program on Facebook. Put that like button, push subscribe, and do the same on YouTube, uh, Spotify, X. You can do that by going to, as well as the Facebook page, MemphisRealTalk.com. You will get that on the Facebook page, on YouTube, Spotify, and X. All you got to do is type in MemphisRealTalk.com, and it'll bring these programs up to you. And hit a like, hit a subscribe, because we're going to keep doing what we're doing. But I hope and pray that come election day, you paid attention. And to all of those who think you can put your agenda onto this page, unless it is benefiting the community, unless your program is feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, you can do that. I don't have a problem with churches putting their event on here. But don't play with me by coming here and putting things on that you're making money. Now keep in mind, I'm doing it free. I ain't charging no individual who want to come on here and give his agenda and what he's going to do. I'm not doing that. Okay? But you think you can use this platform to do that when I don't do it? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a problem. In the words of my grandmother, she always said, if it's the Lord's will and the creek don't rise, we'll see you on Monday if it's his will. But remember also what I said. Trust everyone, but do not trust the devil inside of. God bless. Take care.